Big Boys
Big
Neighborhood,
Boy.
we are after the show.
Yes, we are.
May 15th, 2018. Thank you for hanging out with us after the show.
Hey.
Wish me love, a wishing well, a kissing. Alrighty now. What's going down for after the show, ladies?
Riri. Oh,
Go ahead now.
Sorry, yeah.
All right, well, people do think I'm Riri sometimes. You know?
Well, we were talking about Riri just before this, and I have a confession. I don't like Katy Perry. I don't
Really
know
don't?
her.
She doesn't like her at all.
I've met her once or twice, and I'm sure she's a fine person, and I'm sure anyone in her life likes her, blah, 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 whatever. But as a star and as like a person, like a personality out there, I just don't like her. Anything she does, I'm just like, ugh, stop. If her song comes on the radio, ugh, turn it off. And so this
Now,
story,
is Katy Perry the one that's on
American Idol.
American Idol now? They give her like
Yes.
25 mil tickets.
Yeah, and it's hard because I love Lionel Richie.
Really? See, I haven't watched
do.
I haven't watched this new rebooted
haven't
None
seen
of
it
it.
in forever.
None of it. But I
American
love
Idol.
My mom would play Lionel Richie for me in the house, and I just like it. It brings back memories of my childhood. So I love Lionel Richie, and I'm just like can't do it.
finale
'Cause
coming
She's
or something?
ruining it for
maybe,
you.
yeah,
Right now.
definitely ruining
Damn
it
you,
for
Katy.
But I read that apparently she's like kind of feuding with Rihanna, and I was like, yes. Feud with Rihanna
She
because
want it.
Riri is the queen. I love Rihanna. And apparently it was just like really awkward for them at the Met Gala. And
I saw a piece
they had
of
to,
this.
yeah, they had to like take photos because Rihanna was she was like the co-chairman of the Met Gala this year, along with Anna Wintour. And so she had to take photos with like a bunch of guests there. And they said she had to take a photo with Katy. But in this photo, like you can tell like Rihanna is not like just
I
not
would've been like,
excited
I'm
to
not
see
taking
her.
a picture with her. Okay, I know she
Weird
doesn't sound like that.
together.
They do. It's
so
all awkward.
awkward.
And I love that. If there is a feud going on or if they just are not like cool with each other or whatever, I'm all
You with
team
it.
Riri.
Go ahead
yeah,
now.
I'm just team Riri. That's all it is. Because I think
Just
she's
in case you got to jump in, huh?
just in case Rihanna
If I hit him
needs
high,
me.
hit him high, hit him
to
high.
have her back.
You hit him low, hit him low, hit him low.
But Rihanna, man, going through some like scary things too.
Yeah,
Like,
with that guy that was found in her house, like that's so weird. He was waiting to have sex with her.
My
he was there
man
for a whole
said
night.
it.
He said that.
That I was waiting to have sex with her.
that's gross.
I was in her house waiting for her.
That is so scary, and it's good that like the assistant found him and not Rihanna because you don't know what he would have done. And like if it would have been Rihanna that came home
Yeah,
and
man.
found him, like that could have been extremely dangerous.
And you got to think when you're going home, you're going home.
Yeah.
We don't know if she has like a security detail that sweeps her whole house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I always find it so dumb of me when if I hear something in the house and I'm home alone. If like let's say because we have like two stories in our condo, and sometimes I'll go like, "Hello, is anyone there?" And I'm like,
I'm just here to rob you.
yeah, these
Sorry
motherfuckers
about
are
that.
not going to like answer
Yeah.
me back.
Yeah,
and say
right
something.
here.
But it's,
Waiting for
can
you.
you imagine if somebody says something back? But also, is anyone there? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I don't
but
know why
it's
I
a
say
deterrent
it.
too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? If it's just somebody that's there tweaking out or something,
I'm
hopefully
grabbing
they
my
just turn.
gun.
Yeah, that's what I need
I'm
to
loading
say.
up.
Yeah, that's what I would be. I like, baby, is that you? Because I got the gun in my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that is really scary though. My cousins were home alone one night, but they were already sleeping. They were a little bit older. They were in their teens or whatever, so they were sleeping. And my cousin just said that she felt somebody behind her head, and she was sleeping like with her head down, and that he asked her, "Is anybody else in the house?"
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
I froze. She's like, and I said, "Yes, my brothers are in the garage." And I don't know, like he ransacked the house. He went into the other bedroom and asked the same thing to my other cousin, a girl cousin. And I guess he just grabbed some things and he left. But
Damn, thank
Thank
God.
God.
thank God, because like, what if he would have shot them? Or if she didn't say, I wonder if, because she said that there was
Men.
the brothers, men in the house, that scared him and he left.
But was it a gun that he had woke her up with?
She doesn't know because she was facing down.
Yeah.
She was facing down. So
And I'm not definitely about to turn around and say, hey, what is that?
yeah.
What caliber is
What is
that?
that?
Revolver or automatic? What's going on here?
I just remember them like crying and like just going to the house afterwards and seeing them like that. Like I was just so like, damn, like you just never know like what's gonna happen.
dude,
That's
years
so
ago,
scary.
they got my father-in-law, Veto's dad.
Damn.
Yeah, man. And I think they like tied him up or something, ended up being the neighbors.
Shut up.
Yeah, that did something. Yeah.
One of my best friends that I used to live with, when she was little, her and her sister had a babysitter, and someone came in tied the babysitter up
Wow.
and robbed the house. And then like, I don't know how she like was able to like kind of get loose a little bit and like called the cops and stuff. But like my friend and her sister were like, I don't know, like toddler and probably a little bit older. But like the babysitter got tied up and the parents were having like a parents' night out.
Oh, my Lord.
Thank God
dude.
she doesn't remember. She said she was too young.
Do
to
y'all remember when an intruder came into LL Cool J's home?
Yes.
See, LL, he don't really talk about it too much. And even when I had him on air, he's like, you crazy, stop talking, all the time.
Licking his lips.
Yeah, all the time. But no, dude came in the crib, tripped the alarm. LL went downstairs. And he said he came face to face with this dude.
That's scary.
Man, they said that LL Cool J beat the dog shit out of him.
As he should.
They said by the time he turned that man over to the police, dude had to be like, thank you. You guys are here.
You rescued
Where
me.
were you? I was trying to call 911. But they said he broke dude's ribs, nose, everything.
Damn.
Good.
Like, my
earned
thing
it.
is, and I think about it all the time, like, what if I'm in my house and you're in my house? Like,
I don't
got
know.
to. Like you're not getting upstairs. You're not going to make my kids or my wife uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God willing, I don't have to kill you.
Yeah.
But I will in my home.
Definitely. When me and my sister were younger, I was in junior high and she was in, she just started college. I was home on winter break and there was a knock on the door. And before that, my sister had told me that her boyfriend was coming over to just like, oh, he's going to stop by real quick. He has to drop something off. So when I heard the knock at the door, I thought it was him. And so I looked and I knew it wasn't him. But for some reason, I still went to go like open up the door and my sister came behind me and slammed the door shut. And she looks at me, she goes, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. And she goes, hold on a second. And so we had this like little window. She talks to the guy. Basically from his description, he kept trying to come in to like ask to borrow the phone because the Johnsons were on our street.
Oh,
and I was like,
and the Smiths, right?
Yeah. And I was like, we live in like, you don't understand where we live. Like, bro, like.
What were you about to say? No Johnson's over there?
No, there was
No
none.
Smiths?
It was like that Ramirez right there. The Martinez is over there. But
Hey,
also,
Chuck, have a seat right here, please, Chuck. Hey, man, me and Chuck looked at each other like, is she about to say the N-word? Or?
No. I just mean like we lived in a predominantly Latino neighborhood and no one had moved in for years. And so we knew you're lying about who you think lives on this block and you don't know their address and you want to borrow the phone. He eventually leaves, walks into a unmarked white van with tinted windows.
Oh, no.
Then my sister ends up having to leave to go to work, leaving me alone. I'm so scared the rest of the day. Turns out it was the North Hollywood rapist who was this rapist back in the day that was going around and breaking into women's homes and raping and killing them. I actually don't know if he killed them, but I know he definitely raped them. And we saw the photo of his description and I was like, oh my God, that was him who tried. And by the grace of God, we were so lucky. I was so lucky that my sister was there with me and like protected me.
Natalia, I've never heard. I thought I heard this story.
No. I don't know if I told that.
God.
I think it might maybe one or two people or something. But yeah. And I just remember like from that day on, I was like, oh my God.
That's
And
so
did they have his
scary.
van on the news too when they finally called
Yeah,
him?
because when my sister had
Oh
gone
my
to work,
God,
she
dude.
told a coworker what had happened. Said, yeah, this kind of weird guy and this is that. And the coworker was like, oh my God, that's the North Hollywood rapist. And then like showed my sister all the information because they had seen it on the news. And during that time, like when my sister told me, I was like, yes, because he's been going around our neighborhood. I remember hearing this on the news, but
Oh my God,
we
man.
were very lucky. Very lucky.
much so, man. Very much so. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's
I brought
scary,
it
man.
there. I brought it there, guys.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
The one who talked the most, I'm at a loss for words.
Right. I'm like,
You got some words I can borrow?
let's go get like
Hold on, let me borrow
better
them.
security
Hey, dude,
systems. I
what
don't
if
know.
in your
cameras.
life you only had a certain amount of words, and then you had to like log on to another app and get like another million
We
words?
would be
third-party
screwed,
app.
all of us.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like, yeah, we would have to have like in our deals, we have to have like word accounts.
Yes.
Like you get
You're
unlimited
running
words.
out.
Yeah, it was a movie. I've said this my whole life, and then there was a movie where it was something where the dude had words that, and I thought the movie was going to be so good it didn't take off.
Was it words or was it the time?
No,
I know
not
which
out
one
of
you're-
time
I
with
know
Justin
which- yeah,
Timberlake.
the time
But
is
no, I
good.
do remember it
I'm
wasn't
not
with Steve
mistaken, it was-
Carell, was it?
No, I want to say it was Eddie Murphy. Probably one of
It was
his.
a comedy though, right?
Yeah, I think so, but it's crazy. Can you imagine if you had like another 18 words and you were like, man, this is crazy, man. Like, anybody gonna get anything to eat? And then your homie got to loan you 10 words. Like, this is the kind of
Imagine
stuff I
we're
think
on
about,
air.
Momo. Hell yeah.
We're on air.
Like Big Boy's Banker.
It is 1,000 words starring Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna have to watch that now.
Oh man, yeah, but it's crazy. Like, can you imagine that? Words, and then like it'll be other cats that got like a gang of words and they try to sell you some. Or you be on
man.
Craigslist like, dude, somebody's
I got
selling like
these.
80 million words.
Imagine.
Like, how long would that last?
They trying to flip
How
it in
many
the alley.
words do you think we say a day? Like us.
I don't know.
Oh, my-
a lot.
That was just like 100,000 right there.
I don't even know. My
See,
gosh.
I don't even know. My gosh, that's 6 words right
That
there.
is a lot of words.
That is a lot of words. That could be 6 right there. Damn,
It's not
that's
even
one
a
more.
minute. Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
need to watch my words now.
I need to watch my words. Now that's another 7.
Shit's gonna
Laughter
add up.
comes free though.
Yeah.
Momo.
Oh, good.
Laughter comes free. You know what I'm saying? But I bet Doc will love that. You know,
Hey.
or Jason, our producer, he'd be like, "Yeah,
Oh,
all right,
good. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Big Boy's neighborhood phone tap. That'll be it. You know what I'm saying? Got me fucking wasting all my words.
Right?
Hell yeah. Somebody call you like, Big, I need to talk to you. Hey, man, I already had this conversation.
Yeah, right.
Oh, but can you imagine that? That'd be great too. Like,
It
man,
would be. It'd get you out of
hey,
jams.
can I holler at you real quick? Hey, I'm low on words.
Yeah.
I can't talk
Walk
right
around with
now.
a notepad.
Hell yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
you're not worth it.
Yeah, like, man, I can't do it. You know,
He's not worth my
Or you have
words.
generic stuff on your screen. Like, when cats say, how are you? Just hold it up and say fine.
Yeah. We'd have to do a lot
Or
of
you have
sign
to do a lot of
language, yeah.
nodding. You know what I'm saying? Hungry, you know. All right, anything else before? Yeah. And I don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? People probably think
This
like,
is
man,
stuff
what's
that goes
going
through
on?
your mind.
All the time, bro. All the time. Nobody
a
else
beautiful
have.
thing.
What about thoughts of a child? Anybody? Hey, Jason, we were just talking
Oh
about what
my
if you run out of
God.
words? You would love that. You know, if you, because I'd be like, Big Boy's neighborhood phone tap. You know, because Jason always wrapping us up. What about thoughts of a child?
Ooh.
I used to think that if you swallowed a seed,
I was just gonna
it
say
would
that
grow.
one.
That fruit would grow in your
Definitely.
stomach.
I used to think that.
Yeah.
I used to think that my stomach was gonna blow up if I swallowed gum.
Yeah,
That
man.
I was gonna get like a giant like bubble
Thank
because
you, parents.
because my mom would always tell me that was
I
gonna
remember
happen.
one time I was driving with my mom and she was drinking a soda. And I'm like, Mom, you can't drink and drive.
Oh,
like,
I
really
love
thought
it.
like drinking and driving. I was like, you
All
can't drive.
around.
Like, stop. Like, yo, you can't drink and drive.
Like,
So,
all
whoa,
around.
shut up. Like,
Hey,
get outta
dude,
here.
like we didn't grow up with a car, right?
Right.
But I used to think that what was the first car? I thought that it was one car on the road that got out early, and all the other cars were behind it. Like, I wonder what time they got to get up to. Yeah, and you ever heard of a show called Family Feud, right?
Yes, of course.
Now, when I was a kid, I used to watch Family Feud. And if I knew the answer, I would get up and I would go to the back of the TV. People don't even go to the back of the TV anymore. And I would yell the answer into the back of the TV. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, name a last name that's a color. And I go, green. And then, so on and so forth. So I remember one time, the person said what I yelled into the back of the TV.
Yes.
And when they won, I thought that I helped them win.
Wow.
You're like, send me my money. Send
Yeah,
me
no,
my
not even on that. Just like they said my answer.
I love that.
I did that.
They said my answer, and I remember I think it was DJ Ray that said he thought that it was a man that lived inside of the street sign, and he was clicking to like walk.
Oh, see, mine
And
was.
don't walk
I thought
and,
they
you
were
know.
mice because
Really?
I love Cinderella, and so I was like, oh yeah, the mice are in there as well, and they're like operating the little machines.
Sometimes I would look at my kids like, what are they thinking? I used to think that cool people, I would see somebody like he cool, like growing up cool. I'll be like, man, cool people don't have parents. Yeah, and I thought that pretty girls, I didn't think that they went to the bathroom to do number 2.
They do.
Yeah. Nobody else
yes, they
got
do.
any of these? Like, Jesus Christ, I'm sounding like a nutcase here.
my-
Oh, Monica, come on, Monica. All right, thoughts of a
I
child.
have two. So I used to think that cars, when you wash them, they would be happy, and like the 2 lights were the eyes, and then it just looked like a
grill
face.
just smiled like-
Yes.
And now they have eyelashes for the cars.
Yeah,
actually,
so
Oh yeah, that's
you're
true.
right.
And then I also thought that babies came from making out. Like if you kiss too much,
for
and the
sure.
saliva is what like when you
Hey,
combine
dude,
a
that's
boy's
good.
saliva
A lot of
and a
babies
girl's
I'm not going to tell
saliva.
my daughter that yet, but that's going to be one of them. That's going to be one of
My
them.
goddaughter the other day, her mom was reminding her that I'm engaged, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm engaged." She goes, "Is it because you're pregnant?" And I was like, "Oh, no, you shut up."
Thoughts of a child. You got any thoughts of a child, Ani, before we wrap up?
Yeah, the one that I'm scared of the most is when you're in the car and you know how sometimes people won't have their lights on in the dark?
Oh,
I
man.
never wanted to hide from anyone because I thought like gang members
The
would
urban
kill
legend?
me.
That's an urban legend.
No, but I kept that going for so
Yeah.
long till now.
Hey, man, we do
scared.
urban legends on another day, though.
Yeah.
But no,
no.
as a child, that and turning the lights on in the car, I thought was a ticket. But I
Oh, I
A
used to think that was
is
illegal.
it still a ticket?
Turning the
Yeah.
lights
You're
on
not
in the
supposed.
car?
Yeah, like
you're not
people
supposed to have
said
it on for
was
too
illegal.
long.
I was told it's illegal because it distracts
My mom
drivers
would say
around
that.
you.
She'd be like, "Turn that off. That's illegal." Oh, sorry.
You could get a
You'd be
ticket
like,
for
so
it.
drinking that beer, mama, but you still doing that. So it's driving me without a seatbelt on. You know? All righty. Well, y'all, thank y'all for hanging out with us after this show.
Thank you.
All righty, man. Remember, all things Big Boy's Neighborhood is at radiobigboy.com. So log on, check us out. Make sure you subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out with us after the show. We are Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.